Hey y'all, it's Megan again here on the Lawson Farm. It's a cold, icy day here in North Carolina, so I thought I'd do a little bit of canning. This time of year is usually our hog killing, for lack of better words. That's what we do this time of year, so I like to can some of that pork. So actually though, this video, you can go buy it for canning any type of meat. The method that I'm going to show you is just a raw pack method. All you're going to need is your meat and some salt and a pressure canner, and you should be good to go. So today I'm going to be canning, some people call it a sweet roll, sweet meat, be canning that part of the pig. Now we have six pigs, so some of it I did freeze whole. Now some people are just amazed that I waste that good piece of meat canning it, but it is absolutely delicious canned as well. So I've already put up several pieces of it because there's 2 per hog. I've already put up several of it whole, and so now I'm going to can this, what I've got today. So I'm going to show y'all how to do that. Super easy. Y'all know if it wasn't easy, I wouldn't do it. But very easy method, something, of course, once it's canned, you don't have to worry about storage, power going out. When it's canned, it's ready to eat. It's already even cooked. I like to put it in soups and make tacos out of it. Those are my 2 favorite things to do because this canned pork makes killer tacos. It really does. Alright, so all we're going to do is cube this up. This is the sweet meat here. That's what it comes out of the pig looking like. You just cube it up about like that, and we're just going to put that down in our jar. Now this will do some shrinking, so you want to really pack it down in there, okay? Make sure you have a good sharp knife. A butcher's worst enemy is a dull knife. That's when you might cut yourself, The best knives that I've actually found so far, I've used several different kinds, but my favorite so far are these Victorinox knives, and I did get these off Amazon. But I have a small boning knife and a large one, larger than this one. But this little one works good for what we're doing here. Alright, y'all see how I'm kind of packing that down in there? So you want it to be pretty tight, get a lot of that air out, because like I said, it is going to shrink. So if you just put a little bit of meat in there and don't pack it down in there, you're not going to have much meat once the process is done. Alright, well, I'm going to finish getting this cut up. I ain't going to bore you guys with this right here, and I'll get right back to you. Alright, so this method that I am showing you, just keep in mind, this is not just for pork. This is for, deer meat, venison, you can do pork, beef. I've not tried chicken yet, so I'm not going to say chicken. I do want to try to can some eventually, but I hadn't done that yet. But I do know that beef and pork and deer meat, you can do all this exact same way. You just cube it up, put it in a jar, and then you'll cook it at the same time. I think it's 75 minutes in the pressure cooker. So, yeah, this is not just for pork. And one thing that I do, it just depends on the person and who you ask. I do not add liquid to any of my canned meats, and I tell you why. It makes its own delicious liquid, which makes that meat that much more flavorful than watering it down. Now, it's not going to hurt to put water in it if you want to. If that's the way you've been taught and all that, it doesn't hurt anything. But just know that meat will make its own liquid, whether it be deer, beef, or pork. It will make its own liquid, and I'll show y'all that when this gets done today. So, yep, I'm going to get back to it. I got a few more pieces of meat to cut up before we get them in this pressure canner. I just wanted to come back and tell y'all that real quick. Alright, so I've got all my meat cut up, put it down in my jars, got it stuffed in there pretty good. Pretty tight. And like I said, you'll definitely see some shrinkage, especially with pork because it's such a fatty meat. Alright, so now I'm just going to wipe off my rim. Anytime you're canning, you want to make sure it ain't nothing on that rim that could affect your seal. We're going to do just a half a teaspoon of Cannon salt on top here. If I can get it out. Alright. Put that right on top. Put my lid and my ring on. We're going to put that in there. And we're going to let that cook under 10 pounds of pressure for 75 minutes. So when that gets finished, I'll get back to you and we'll show you what the finished product looks like. So my 75 minutes is up. Getting ready to get my jars out of the pressure canner. Wanted to give y'all a little quick tip before I get them out. Pressure canners, most of them have a lock on them that show you when the pressure is out, when it is safe to remove the weight. If you have a weighted gauge, that just means that the pressure has dropped. Now, with meat, it doesn't matter so much, but especially with your vegetables, to keep from losing so much liquid out of your jars, it's best to, after the lock drops, if you have a weighted canner, when you remove your weight, give it about 10 minutes before you take the lid off. It just helps reduce, I can't think of the term for it right now, but it helps reduce the liquid loss out of your jars because of the instant temperature change when you open that lid. So that was just a little quick tip for you. But all right, let's get this stuff out. All right, I'm gonna move my lid over here. The lid is hot, so just be extra careful. And let's see what this looks like. All right, looks real good. Something you don't want to do when you're pressure canning, whether it be meat or whatever, is tighten your lids. Your lids will feel a little loose, but don't retighten them. Okay? But see there? That's our canned pork. Shelf stable for, I mean, I've eaten some that was 2 years old and it did good. So, I mean, it was still delicious as long as it looks all right and smells all right. Tastes all right, you're good. So, yeah. That's the way I like to do it. If y'all have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I love hearing from y'all. It makes my day. So, and thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you like this kind of stuff, give me a subscribe. And don't forget to give the video a like if you do like it, because it'll help YouTube recommend other stuff that you like this. So, anyways, I'll talk to y'all next time. Merry Christmas!